I'm at the table with my good friend Paul Durso. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing very good.
We were just talking about the Panthers-Bills matchup because we, have some Buffalo ties.
We do.
Okay, but today we are talking about finances, and that is your area of expertise, that's for sure.
Yes.
And it's summer, and we don't really want to spend much of our fun summertime thinking about our finances, but it's a good time to do it.
It's always a good time to think about your finances.
Yeah, so where at this point in the year do we start? I mean, is it too late to think about the rest of this year?
It's never too late. If you're going to look at your money, I think it's always a good time to look backwards, because we could always project forward if we understand how we've been spending our money. It can be a little depressing. It can be a little challenging sometimes when you look back and you're like, oh wow, I've wasted half of the year. But now it's a good time to get into gear as we look forward to the holidays and the spending season. So
it's really a good financial checkup time. Should we looking back and seeing how we spend our money, should we reset and set a budget for the remainder of the year?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, getting through the budget, which is always a challenging time because nobody wants to build walls around their spending.
Yeah.
But if you're going to look ahead to your future and retirement, you have to start with a plan. Talking football earlier,
yeah.
Can you imagine an NFL coach hitting the field with no game plan? I mean, that's the same as going into retirement with no retirement plan. You have to start with a plan. This year, last year, next year, get the plan done. I'm very biased about making sure you have a financial plan with the system that we use, which is called Simplicity. But whatever system that you use, get it done. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Yesterday's gone. Today's the day to get it done. What
do we have to figure in when we're making that plan? I mean, we have to look at how we spend, but what do we have to figure in going forward?
So, wow, that's a loaded question. I don't think we have time to get into that. So, I mean, start with the basics, how much money you've saved, how much money you are going to continue to save moving forward. Even consider your match and look at where your budget is. I know the going thing right now is to, cut 80% of your income off. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I hear it all the time.
Who wants to spend 20% less in retirement? I don't want to.
Right.
I don't know where that, I just bust that myth now.
Okay.
Look at your income, inflate it for the future, and start planning and putting everything in there. Don't worry about the minute things. Just try to build your savings plan moving forward, and then start backtracking your expenses today.
We should probably, it's probably not too early to start thinking about the holidays and spending then too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's the fun time. As a parent of 3, I always want to make sure we've get their lists. Again, I'm building a plan for my spending too, because I'm going to talk to my kids, and then I have to figure out what's the budget for that going to be. That could be very, very expensive, or not so much, depending on what's on. Now it's Fortnite.
Oh, right.
How much money are we going to spend on Fortnite in the holidays?
That's pretty much what you need to know.
I know. So, just having conversations, building a plan, moving forward.
And then when it comes to thinking about the start of the next year, do we make that plan now to do 2019 differently, hopefully, than we did 2018 if we found ourselves in a little trouble?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you look at the statistics of the most successful investors out there, they spend about 5 hours an entire year planning for their future.
Huh.
It's not much.
Yeah.
Most people are like, well, it's got to be like a day a month. No, it's 5 hours a year. So if you just spend a little bit of time forecasting backwards and looking what you did, and then projecting forward, just what mistakes did you make? Just try to tweak one. Don't tight the belt so bad that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Just do one thing at a time. And then there's going to be a time where you look back and you're like, wow, look how far I've got. So just make small little steps, and you're going to be so much further than you were ever before.
If people want to learn more about you and your company, where do they go?
InsightFolios.com.
There you go. All right, Paul, good to see you. Thanks for